So today is May 8th. It is 12:24 EST. Today had officially been one of the most fascinating and one of the most challenging days on oil. Let's take a look and let's see why. Because when we came to the markets, oil came to the end of the minor trend. Oil staged very challenging formations if you were shorting into this level. Our buys remain long. We had taken 2 long trades because we know better. Nothing good happens if you're acquiring short position. What is the problem with this level? We're still seeing that larger time frames pointing down to here and here. Nevertheless, the end of the minor trend is to be respected. If you're acquiring short position, you're acquiring here, here. Anywhere near here is not a good idea. We've taken one of the longest trade on record ever. I think it was over hour and a half long trade. Excruciating painful. And once again, you're witnessing hour 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oil is struggling to break through. This level is essential to remember. Most critical level in the market structure. This is the end of the minor trend. Always present. Always and forever to be respected highly and never ever to be entered into. And if you're witnessing corrections, you walk away from computer. So let's recap what we accomplished on oil this month. Oil record this month is absolutely stellar. This is what we accomplished on oil so far since last Thursday. We do not trade on Fridays. 8 trades, all positive. A number of times I'm taking my target 1 as decision point 1. Decision point 2. One of the trades today was taken at reversal zone due to ratios. Ratios do matter. Absolutely critical and essential to respect ratios on each and every trade you take. So here it is. This was our excruciating trade on 13 range on oil. We've taken from decision point 1. We protected our profits as I spelled out. That it would be highly unlikely that oil will blast through further up. Picture perfect reminder how essential to play by the rules and not babysit corrections. If you would take a look on smaller time frames such as 8 range, you would see that this worthless dance went on forever and ever. 2 hours to be precise. And that's oil since May 1st. Let's take a look on S&P. S&P tested and tortured us because of Yellen's events the last 2 days. So let's recap and let's see what played out on S&P. S&P staged very powerful reversal yesterday as expected. Once again reminding you, respect the end of the major trend. This is where Alla started speaking and very sharp volatility picked up this steam from this level. And where has it ended? At the end of the minor trend. This was the only time this month we acquired negative trades. But again, I was spelling out, when Yellen trades and you're a knowledgeable conservative trader, you do not babysit or trade this. Because this is one of the most dangerous times to be in the market ever. Very critical to take a day off because volatility on S&P was very sharp. So let's take a look what we accomplished on S&P this month. This is S&P. The only negative trades that played out were during Yellen's speech on S&P. Total trades 7, 5 positive. Multiple times I take decision point 2 as my first target if ratios require so. So let's recap larger time frames and let's see what will play out next on S&P and oil. Here is S&P daily. Spectacular bullish rally picked up this steam when bearish trend reached this level. Again, reminding you, anything is possible when Yellen starts speaking. Because this bullish trend is magnificent, and finally S&P is doing something it hasn't been able to do in about the last 10 weeks. S&P succeeding to break through the end of the minor trend. All the levels drawn 7, 8 months ago. S&P blasted and struggled against this level always and forever. Next level 1900, 1914, 75. That's S&P weekly. Let's take a look on oil. What do we see playing out on oil? Incredible struggle between bulls and bears still in a play. Very, very important what will play out on oil for the rest of the day. Because the struggle between bulls and bears plays out as expected. We are witnessing 50% of the buyers and sellers currently on oil, and that chart remains absolutely essential and critical. What will play out next? Will buyers finally pick up this steam? If that would be the case, the rally will be monumental. But it remains questionable, because so far on hourly charts, buyers are not strong enough to pick up this steam. So if you know the rules, respect what price is telling you, walk away from corrections, and take reversal structure. Because as we know on weekly chart, let's take a look and let's find our oil weekly. I'm seeing S&P weekly, I can hear oil weekly. This is what played out on oil. All the levels drawn since over a year ago. This is where rally picked up this steam. This is where rally had ended. What do you expect? I expect pretty bearish next week. It was only a corrective week. Major trend on weekly remains bearish. Oil pointing down to drastically lower levels. So choice is yours. What time speaks to you? To your psychological comfort and to your account size. Absolutely essential and critical to respect and understand the difference. Larger the time frames, larger the stops, larger the targets, longer the trade. And that's the analysis for this month on S&P and oil. We're witnessing once again buyers trying to pick up this theme. Will this succeed, and will the beautiful bullish rally finally play out? Remains the key. Those very, very critical 4 rules for entry, stop, and target. Just know where the end of the minor trend is. Know what not to enter into. This is essential and critical because this level is always and forever present. So thank you guys so much. I look forward to seeing you in the webinar this afternoon. Otherwise, next class starts on Monday. So thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you on Monday, and look forward to seeing Alphys in wave class tomorrow. Adios everybody.